So let us now proceed to the major classification or division. So the major classification is concerned only with the thumbs of both fingers or fingers number 1 and 6. So the right thumb is the numerator and the left thumb is the denominator. It is placed at the left of the primary classification in the classification line. Just like in sub-secondary, bridge counting and or world tracing will apply and is concerned only with loop and whirl patterns. Just like the sub-secondary, arc will be represented by a symbol of dash. So let us now proceed to the major classification. So the major classification is only concerned with fingers number 1 and fingers number 6. However, so let us assume, for example, we have two loop patterns. Just in case, let us assume that finger number 1 is a loop type of pattern and finger number 6 is also a loop type of pattern. So meaning to say, the formulas for the loop will be applicable. And meaning to say, if we have two loop patterns in fingers number 1 and finger number 6, we must classify or we must conduct a ridge count of the left thumb first. Meaning to say, unahon naton isip ang ridge count sang left thumb in order for us to know what type of pattern are we going to use or what type of pattern we are going to use in the right thumb. Because if the ridge count of the left thumb is 1 to 11 or 11 below, that is small. 12 to 16, that is medium. 17 or more, that is large. Meaning to say, if the ridge count of the left thumb is 16 or less, the formula that we are going to use is formula 1. Meaning to say, if the classification of the left thumb is medium for the loop pattern, we are going to use the formula number 1. However, if the ridge count of the loop pattern is large or 17 or more, we are going to use the formula number 2. So now let us proceed. So however, if the ridge count of the left thumb is 17 or more, that's formula number 2. In case that the pattern appearing in the left thumb is non-loop, table number 1 will be used. So the formula for the left hand is fixed. However, just for example, this is loop. Your finger number 1 is a loop pattern and your finger number 6 is a whirl pattern. Meaning to say, since loop pattern is absent on finger number 6, which is supposed to be the basis for the type of formula that we are going to use in the right hand. If that's the case, we are going to use formula number 1. Pag wala loop dire sa finger number 6. And liwaton nakon, if fingers number 1 and 6 are loop patterns, this rule is applicable. However, since in our example, finger number 1 is whirl type of pattern, that is a plain whirl, we are going to use or we are going to utilize the rules for ridge tracing, and it will be represented by I, M, and O. I for inner, M for meeting, O for outer. So let us now proceed for the ridge tracing of finger number 1. So first, we identify the left delta, and then we identify the right delta. So we proceeded our tracing at the ridge below the ridge, which is below the left delta. And then since there is no interruption or no ending ridge, we found out that the intervening ridges between the left and the right delta after conducting tracing are 4. So, therefore, with that, we have an inner tracing. Since we have 4 intervening ridges above the right delta. So now let us conduct ridge count to finger number 6. So first, we identify the core, and then we identify the delta. And then, after drawing an imaginary line and counting the intervening ridges, it was found out that there are 17 intervening ridges between the delta and the core, meaning to say that is large. The classification for finger number 6 is large. So, if this is the case and finger number 1 is a loop type of pattern, again, if that's the case, and if our finger number 6 is 17 and or will be represented by capital letter L or large classification, then if finger number 1 is also a loop pattern, then we will use formula number 2. However, in our example, we have a world type of pattern, so we proceeded to ridge tracing.